A message from the FBI echoed through this Canoga Park neighborhood Tuesday.
Investigators revealing more about a major drug trafficking bust tied to an FBI raid at an Aventura mansion.
And the alleged ringleader is a former Olympian now on the run.
Investigators have obtained body camera video showing the moment federal agents raided the home of the CEO of the Millennia Companies, which runs several troubled taxpayer-funded properties across the country, including Serenity Towers here in Memphis.
I raided several homes and offices today connected to an Orange County nonprofit at the center of a lawsuit over missing millions. And we first told you about this last week.
But today, a raid on the home of the daughter of an Orange County supervisor.
Assisting the FBI in a raid overnight in the area of Northeast 83rd Street and North Bayshore Drive. Local 10 hearing the home raided in that neighborhood was a rental property. Several luxury vehicles were seen being towed away. The street was partially shut down as that raid was conducted. FBI agents confirming with us it was part of a court order, though no other information is available right now.
Led federal agents to raid a home from the air and ground. Agents went to a home off Sowerby Drive yesterday morning to execute a search warrant, but they ended up in a standoff when the people inside refused to surrender. Eventually, they used flashbangs to draw them out. Neighbors tell us they took a few women and one man into custody. This happened near Coit Road between West Park and Parker Road. We are working to learn why the warrant was executed, but we can tell you the FBI and ATF are removing boxes of evidence.
Mom is the word from the FBI on some very loud entrances that agents made into homes across our city.
Katrina Weber shows us where they conducted at least 2 raids at homes on opposite sides of the city, waking up some surprised neighbors.
Video from a neighbor's doorbell camera shows FBI agents on the move. They first made their way into the neighborhood near Loop 1604 and Bandera Road before 6 this morning, then into a home on Hunter's Raven.
We do begin with breaking news this hour. Agents with the Federal Bureau of Investigations have launched a series of operations in the city of Jackson. We have confirmed 2 locations where FBI agents arrived Wednesday morning.
Right now in Oakland, the FBI has raided a home associated with Oakland Mayor Shintao. Within the last hour, agents left carrying boxes. You see them right there out of the home, and sources are now telling ABC 7 News this may be a part of a larger raid involving several other locations across the city of Oakland.
The documents say Lee agreed to shut down a road and vote to approve a real estate development for a hotel at the Jackson Convention Complex. The fictitious deal involved 2 undercover FBI agents who pretended to be real estate developers from Nashville, Tennessee, who wanted to invest in that project.
New York City rocked by a federal investigation. The FBI raiding the homes of 2 New York City deputy mayors as part of a federal probe.
Several of the mayor's top aides and seized the phones of 7 members of the NYPD.
Now, the FBI, ladies and gentlemen, let me move my mic over here a little bit so I can talk to y'all. The FBI, ladies and gentlemen, they have been busy, and I mean busy. All kinds of cases have been popping up. I mean, we talking about some serious movements by the Federal Bureau of Investigations. Now, the execution arm is at work, and that's what we kind of been seeing over the past year. As far as I know, the FBI has never really been, mainstream, all in your face. We just know them 3 letters is feared amongst any community. You know what I mean? Them the last 3 letters you wanna hear somebody say when they at your door. We're the FBI. Now, I've been kind of watching their activity recently because it's just been in my algorithm. I mean, it is what it is. They've been popping up all over the place. And so I started to do some research. I'm pretty sure they saw it. But I started looking at how many public-sized raids have been going on, between, 2023 and 2024. I only did a year. You know what I mean? I got to stay in the present with this. So I got to stay as current as possible. But anyhow, I started looking it up. And it started giving me, what I asked for. And check this out. There was about Publicized wise, there's been plenty. Mainstream wise, not that many. We all know the Sean Combs. We all know Eric Adams. That was the one that kind of like, wow, you know what I'm saying? Kind of caught everybody's attention. But in between, they've been busy. We can go all the way back to July when Houston law enforcement, I think it was July 24th, actually, 2024. It was a raid, I believe, in Houston. And the reason for the raid was a sweeping, court-authorized operation in Houston, documented on social media, involved multiple arrests, likely connected to drugs trafficking or organized crime. Specific details remain undisclosed. And then you move into August, which kind of flew under the radar because everybody been so wrapped up with the latest, and that's Sean Diddy Combs. And you have this Dimitri, I can't pronounce his name, Dmitri Sims. On August 13th of 2024 this year, he's a Russian-American politician, analyst, and former advisor to the Trump campaign. They raided his Virginia estate. There was another donor that I seen not too long ago. If I remember that, I'll plug it in right here. That guy is a Trump supporter, donor, and his place was raided this year. And the reason for these raids is because it was into election interference and foreign interference and ties to the Russian media. Now, that is for the Sims guy, not the guy video that I said I was going to, Anyway, I'm rambling. Let's get on to Linda's son. This happened in September 3rd, 2024. Former Deputy Chief of Staff to New York Governor Katt, FBI raided her house. She accused of acting as an agent for the Chinese government in a national security probe. Now, pause. Since we talking about Chinese agents and spies, I don't know if y'all know the boy from Fuji's. I want to say his name Perez. Yeah, not Waxley. You're thinking name Perez. He's still dealing with being wrapped up, acting as a go-between with the Chinese and the Democrat Party as well. And last time I checked, Lauryn Hill ran out with the money. But, and he trying to sue Lauryn Hill. So, moving on. Anyhow, y'all know about Eric Adams. That was September the 6th, where his place got raided, plus the deputy commissioner, the NY police commissioner, the deputy mayor, everybody over there. And that's all behind a potential misconduct. On November 14th. Well, now let me go down here. Hold on. November 8th, we got Miami Garden raid. Where some FBI agents swarmed a home in Miami Gardens. Talking about at least, you think it was about 7 people involved, but unclear about what happened in that, but they saying it looks like organized crime and drug trafficking. And then I know there was a music exec tied to that hockey player, that former hockey player. The music exec home got raided in Florida, and apparently that guy's still on the run. So they've been active is what I'm getting at. They've been active. But I ain't gonna just give y'all one side of why I'm saying this. The execution arm has been active. Federal agents, the federal government law enforcement arm has been active. And it's 2 arms at work. I was able to find a video of what I mean. And what I mean is, I'm gonna play the video. You check it out. I'm gonna put it right here.
Authorities not confirming very much beyond the fact that this is part of an ongoing investigation started by Homeland Security investigations in the state of New York. Behind me, that is the entrance to Star Island. You can see the Miami Beach police car there at the entrance. If you look to your right, you can see this is where the Homeland Security investigations are set up with their command posts. We've seen not only HSI police, we've also seen an FBI agent and numerous other officers going.
You see there's DHS, HSI, and then there's the FBI. You know what I'm saying? So when you hear DHS, basically, that's Department of Homeland Security, but HSI just falls up under DHS, right? That's a subdivision of it's Homeland Security Investigations. Now, the reason why I'm talking about this is because the FBI is part of the DOJ. When it comes to the Diddy case, before I close this out, we got, the FBI is executing the information that they received from DHS because they were the one who initiated this investigation. They just used the feds to raid the place. And in all fairness, the FBI have to execute what they decided to execute and take this case on based off the information that they have and their success rate. Now, I always wanted to know about that percentage that didn't necessarily lose to the feds, but neither here nor there. The majority of the times you lose. And a lot of people saying that the only way to get from up under this is to take a plea deal. Plead out, and the plead out is still you're still gonna have to deal with them. So anyway, why am I talking about this? Well, because of all this activity, we getting ready to go under the regime change. We finna get ready to swap out the guard. We finna get ready to bring in a new president-elect, Donald Trump again. And all of this was kind of pushed to the side when Sean Diddy Combs' situation took off. And what I mean is the fact that, not once, not twice, 3 times, if not even more. I counted 4, but, media say 3 times they got him, and, people done tried to get at him. Even Iranians plan on doing some things, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna have to go back and probably edit some of it because I should be good. I ain't saying nothing crazy. I have to watch what I say sometimes because certain words will, trigger things, and so I don't want to do that. I want to get the message out, But anyhow, he's not too fond of him. I found a clip where they really want to do away with him. And then I'm going to slide into this little recent conversation about my man, Katt Williams, man. I mean, there's a lot going on with that one. Now, like I said, Katt Williams been pretty busy himself. Not just the beginning of this year. And of course, my man been doing some tours. I got a chance to catch him out in a couple places. But for the most part, he decided to take a page out of none other than 50 Cent book. You know what I mean? Now, we know 50 Cent is an entrepreneur. We know that he just got his hands into some of everything. But if you've been following along, Mr. Curtis Jackson has decided to get into the movie studio business after being influenced by none other than Tyler Perry. Now, he's taking the necessary steps to ensure that he gets that studio location feasible for him by, as you can see, he's trying to go after the taxes in the state. So therefore it can be beneficial for him and the state to do business. Well, while he was doing that, Katt Williams managed to secure him a $1.5 million piece of real estate Well, he did a GQ recent interview, and in there, he was talking about some of his goals and aspirations. How it's unfair to put all this pressure on Tyler Perry. Well, my man that went over here and locked in an old military base in Alabama, 1.4 million. As you can see in the article there, it was confirmed through his publicist that yes, he did have it, and they did their research and found out. So, that's happening. We can see some Katt Williams films coming out in the near future. I don't know. I'm pretty sure he's not gonna go for Tubi level because he done already said out there in front of everybody, all these millions of people on Shade Club. He didn't. Well, I ain't gonna say he down Tubi, but he did say none of movies was on Tubi, so we can't see that happening. But you gotta hear about this $2 trillion scheme that then took place, and we ain't even been paying attention. We talking about millions and millions. Man, we talking about 2 trillion. Y'all gotta stick around. This your boy Mark on the mic. Let me know what you think. Hey, do you think we got some Katt Williams films coming out in the near future? Let your boy know. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Now this story right here, like I said, talking about something that went unnoticed. We talking about this $2 trillion fraud explosion. Let's get into it. We got the first person, which is Bill Hwang. Wang, or I think that's how he says his name. Hwang. He's part of the Arcos Capital collapse. This guy here got 18 years in prison. He caused approximately $10 billion in losses, all through aggressive trading. Through aggressive borrowing to make concentrated stocks investments. Accumulated about $160 billion in stock exposures through 36 billion family offices. And he was convicted on 10 criminal counts, including wire fraud and security fraud. All right, now that's a lot. Now you have our second guy. I think it's pronounced Guantanamo I can't pronounce that dude's last name. But he was convicted on bribery and fraud allegations. About $250 million in bribery schemes uncovered. You know what I'm saying? He was charged with orchestrating payments to Indian offices. And why am I talking about that? Well, he projected $2 billion in potential profits from renewable energy contracts. Sounds like a very great Green New Deal, you know what I'm saying? And the market value of Aiden Group companies plummeted to $28 billion. And then shares on the Indian stock exchange went down 10 to 20%. In the $2 trillion explosion, ladies and gentlemen, Gary Wang. Everybody know about the FTX, crypto fraud. I posted a video before I had took off for a little bit on a hiatus about that FTX, SBF whole thing. Now he in there with Diddy. Anyhow, Gary Wang, he was involved in $8 billion. He was sentenced time served, ladies and gentlemen. 3 years release. Now why y'all say that? Because he cooperated extensively with the authorities. And he done so by continuing to work with to help them develop all types of software for them in the future. He's continuing to cooperate. Now everybody else got time. I think Sam Bankman-Fried got like 25. I think old girl got like, 7 years or something like that. You see the numbers right there. But he got away. I ain't gonna say scot-free because he got 3 years of supervised release. But he also had to give up, I wish I had the drum roll right here, $11 billion. They got a forfeit over $11 billion. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I said it was a $2 trillion scandal. Well, all 5 of them that's involved in that FTX scandal got to forfeit $11 billion apiece. It's $55 billion. I mean, good Lord. Now, here's $11 billion that he got to give up while still working for the government to develop detection tools for crypto and stock market. You know, we'll see. But what did this tell you? Stuff like this was going on. We got all these officials taking bribes. Everybody around here trying to make $1. Everybody out here trying to make some noise. And the feds, I guess, say y'all got our attention. We've been looking at y'all since 2020, 2023. A lot of people got tripped up with that PPP money. A lot of scheming going on. Speaking of making noise, let's talk about your boy Kendrick in the political circle. Now, when it comes to somebody who can make a lot of noise without saying nothing, you know what I mean? We got to talk about Kendrick Lamar, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, the latest album just dropped. Everybody's doing reaction videos on it. And a lot of people are doing breakdowns. And I find those breakdowns interesting if you like me. I'm a UGK, 8 Ball, Scarface, Willie D. You know, give me some Tila. Give me some old school, you know. You know, even coming out now, man, you know, you question about what some of these cats said, but the only thing that riding my dick right now is that doggone Outkast. I honestly believe that I think next year, if anybody should be halftime entertainment, if they can get Andre 3 Stacks to comply, I definitely say, you know, Outkast got a good chance of being a crowd favorite. Everybody like them, and it get a chance for everybody to understand why they who they are. But that ain't why we here. We talking about Kendrick Lamar GNX album. One of the things that I'm gonna talk about, and the reason why I'm bringing it up in this particular format, is because he said some interesting things in there, and he did this very creatively. He even mentioned, I know he kept, when I was listening to it, he kept Katt Williams as a point man on continuing to come out with the truth. The date time group that is dropped. What he mentioned in that, politically, and how I think it all ties to a bigger picture. And that is, I think he's on Whacked Out Murals. He was saying, since y'all pandering and everybody was trying to figure out what he bleeped out, here's what I think he said. When he said something about the party, he said, F hip hop, the party's burning, I think. And he said, I think that's how it go. He said, while y'all cackling, this is my theory. While y'all cackling with these politicians and y'all asses on trial. Or y'all cackling with this politician because y'all asses is on trial. If you go back and listen to it, someone like that right there. But anyway, that's my theory on what I think he said. And if you go back and listen to it, he bleeped it out. But that's what I think. It fits. But anyhow, the daytime group. Now, if y'all not familiar about history and the cleverness, y'all see the man use a lot of he used a lot of hidden messages in his lyrics. One of the things that he particularly did was releasing it on November the 22nd. Now, what's significant about November the 22nd? Well, that was also the day John F. Kennedy died. All right, John F. Kennedy was on this day in 1963. Now, the album itself, GNX, like I said, it came out, introduced a lot of people, and I'm just gonna give my quick take on it. I think there's another album coming. I think he just dropped this because, just like anything else, he giving people something to come. But the time that he dropped it, was apparently at noon. Well, ladies and gentlemen, according to some records, depending on what you read, JFK was by noon, 12:30 Central Standard Time. Now, this album was released on November the 22nd at noon, depending on where you live. And just so happened, JFK, tragic loss of his life happened on that same day. Depending on what you read, between noon and 12:30. So very coincidental. And we all know how, JFK lost his life. So that tells you right there that the young man definitely put some thought into it. I enjoyed the album overall. Y'all all know what President-elect Trump said he was going to release now. We already know they talking about releasing the aliens, which that hearing's going on. And then he talking about releasing the other part of the JFK files. And ever since he said that, boy, they've been on him 3 times and counting. And, I don't wish death on nobody, but that's fine, interesting. And like I said, this your boy Mark on the mic, breaking down stories around the headlines. If you enjoyed what you heard, like, subscribe, and share. Check out the other playlists. See you next time around. Peace.